Hi, I'm back. 3 hours later. No, I went back to bed. Welcome to Madness Life. If you're new here, please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up. If you'd like to become a member, links in the description. And we got a new member this morning. Welcome. Thank you. All the orders are out from the Etsy store. So that means I can piss off today. Do whatever I want. Good morning, everybody. I know. Word on the street, right? Foodie put out a video. I'm going back to Canada. I'm going back to Canada. Don't get too excited, okay? Actually, I seen the video before I got in the shower. And just like y'all, I was, yes. But then I was like, with the brakes. Put the brakes on, people. Remember, it's December, sweeps month, the biggest sweeps month of the year, right? We're going to need some, excitement. Her views are going.
Honey, look, he's inside my thing.
Jaxie poops. You crazy. Anywho, oh, you want to see? They want to see. All right. He's in.
Don't get up. Hey.
Hey. There he is. Here he comes. And he crawled into his sweatshirt. Jaxie, why are you so silly? There you
Let's
go.
go to the store.
Right? We see those people at the store. We see them at the store. Mm-hmm. Some are in strollers. We're not that crazy. We love our pets, but we draw lines. We draw lines. We can actually function outside of our home without our pets. And God bless those that can't. Anywho, listen, I wanted to do the dance with y'all. I did. But I'm going to tell you why as we review this. Now, we already know she has to go somewhere to renew her visa in 4 weeks. We know this. This we know. Maybe not that Salah even wants her to go to Canada for fear she won't come back. Holding on to that passport. I even said, if that's the case, then you're going to have to come up with one hell of a zinger story. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it. I want my mom. I got to go home. I got to go to my doctors. I need weight loss surgery. She always said she would never do that. Ever. So, on that. I'm on it, Debbie. I'm on it. Anyway, let's watch it. I'm going to turn on the speaker. Salah left a comment saying he wants her to go. You think? Can you even imagine what a beast she turns into when she's craving something and can't have it? Like, he done cut her off. Cut her off from all the fast food, drive-through. Salah's ready to dance. Oh, man. The breakup arc. It's so bizarre. I've been calling the breakup, not the, I'm going to miss the love of my life. You're only married a year. You're like, sayonara. Bambi's moving into the seaside. They're going to burn the furniture. I'm going to get the violin ready. It's all tuned up. Let's see. Got to make sure it's tuned up. Always tune your violins, people, before you play the saddest song. Yeah, it's good. Okay. She wants a cheeseburger and fries. Okay. Then we're going to take a look at, we're going to, get through this. There's a couple nuggets in this video that make me go, either this transaction agreement's over, which would explain why he doesn't appear in any more videos as her doting, loving husband, or he's over it. Yay, LJ. Here we go. Here we go. Well, we knew a story would have to come up for her to leave her husband and her cat. He's got a new condo, a cat. Well, the hamster's questionable. We haven't seen the hamster in months. And a new car. And this is my home. Blah, 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 blah. I bet $10 they'll feast before she returns so she can remember the Kuwaiti food she won't be eating. Yeah, I don't know. She might even be over that too. Garlic Bread says that she got kicked out of Kuwait. Wouldn't surprise me. Allah said she was leaving soon. Doesn't surprise me. I do not believe the manipulation of her health because we've seen it so many times. Yeah, well, let's watch it. Hello, foodie beauties.
Hey there, Beezers. Want a personalized video from or maybe just video or direct say or Hi, this is
for a fact. We're gonna do a voiceover in front of a hospital. Is that Canada? Yeah. She's ready to go to that hospital. There it is. Maple leaf and all, people. Maple leaf and all.
editing Foodie Beauty here. So
Voiceover Foodie Beauty here. Sound extra thick, please. Wasn't she just riding around in a car showing you beautiful Kuwait like literally 2 days ago? Of course she's trolling. It's December. It's December. But I do think this is over. I mean, I think it's supposed to be over. We just got to figure out a way for her to leave so people won't question her leaving the cat and the husband she's in love with, the dream of living in Kuwait. You know what I'm saying?
I'm editing
Allegedly.
and since I made this video, since I filmed it, I talked to Salah and I made the decision that it's sadly probably better for me to go back to Canada.
So you sat down with your husband. Hey, honey, what if I just said one day, you know what? It's probably best that I go take care of my health. Not where I live with you, but in another country. Europe. I'd probably pick Europe. It was nice knowing you. Take care of the dogs. No, seriously. She already knew she had diabetes before she went. She already knew after Thailand that she was struggling. She's always struggled. And I'm going to show you how she's never cared because food trumps everything.
For a while.
For a while. Now, remember the other two videos where I'm going to go home and get an Airbnb? I'm going to go home for a while and get an Airbnb. And it was because Salah wouldn't get her food or he wasn't around. Remember that? She's done it twice in a year. I'm going to peace out. And then next thing you know, I'm sorry, guys, as she's eating like Burger King. I'm sorry, guys, I was just in a bad mood yesterday. Is that what this is too?
To seek some much needed medical care. And part of that is I want to talk to a doctor about possible weight loss surgery.
Oh, this is Amber Lynn Reed. All over again. All over again. She may actually already be home. She is not, you're right, she has not streamed in weeks. She might be.
And psychiatric.
Yeah, and then the thumbnail prior to this one, you're right, Garden Lady says, I'm not going anywhere. Smug Tall wasn't going anywhere. This could be all trolling just for views. How fun will this be?
Nope.
Finally, something.
You know, proper diagnosis, all that, proper medication.
But wait a minute. We got to bring out the Christmas pig Penelope. I thought you were diagnosed. Diabetes, high blood pressure. You're only 39, ma'am. That seems proper. And then they gave you the medication. and you think flying on a plane with diabetes and high blood pressure is the smartest move to make, don't you think you should get everything under control before you start trotting through an airport and jumping planes and pressurized cabins? I don't know. I don't think a doctor would advise that. Yeah, I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know. Call me skeptical.
To get my diabetes under control as well. Certain medications for diabetes and
you're on the medications you need to be for diabetes. You're controlling your diet. You just showed us, yay me, I cut the numbers in half, right? So why fly now? Why don't you wait till you get it under control? She shouldn't be traveling by air, no. Maybe she's already home. Maybe all those videos were made in advance and she's already in Canada. Nobody knows.
And also the surgery, of course, is covered in Canada, so...
So, that is aimed at Salah. That's aimed at Salah. Well, I can't get weight loss surgery here in Kuwait. I need to go home. I feel like maybe he's cut off her food because he doesn't want anything to happen to her there. 47 and freaking fabulous. Good morning. I haven't checked the email yet. No. I went back to bed. Thank you for the super chat.
Also, I just feel like I need family when I'm going through some of these hard times.
Interesting. They kicked her out of Kuwait. You think Salah got kicked out too? Yeah, flights and pulmonary embolisms do not mix. Pressurized cabins, no. I kind of think she was told after Thailand she had to leave, and the whole diabetes health arc is setting the narrative for why she has to go back to Canada. I'm sorry, but I already said that. Did I not? Did I not? Did I not? I said it. As soon as I seen her starting to push the diabetes thing, and I already knew they were like, they had some sort of, she's been not in a good mood since I got back from Thailand. And there could have been a reason they stayed in Thailand. It could have had something to do with the Kuwaiti government. Nobody knows. We will never know. But I've definitely been saying she's going home. And if she does, she will use the reason. I said she'll either use the reason of a family member being really ill or herself. And then when the diabetes thing started to kick off again, I'll show you, this ain't the first time. I've got a video all ready to go that she's used diabetes to manipulate her audience. But anyway, it's not good to do that, but she does. I said, uh-oh. She's trying to go home. She's trying to go home.
You know, when you're sick, you always want your mom. So,
do you though, Foodie? I don't, because I'm grown. I want my husband, not my mama. I want my husband, because he's my family. That's what grown-ups do. I don't burden my mama.
Other than that, nothing. You know, I'm gonna miss my family here greatly.
Wow, you think you'd be crying? You think you'd be crying? Howard said they don't want you there. Are they kicking her out because of her health problems? I don't know. Maybe she amped it up so she would get kicked out. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. You never know with her. But we gotta look for the nuggets, people. She's literally saying goodbye to her. I'm gonna miss them greatly. She would be crying. We've seen her cry over Nader, picking Dee Dee. She is the one. Listen, she is the kind that it's not over until she says it's over.
I'm gonna miss my husband.
Are you though? Your kitty cat?
Love very much. But it's just a lot, and I need to be in Canada to deal with these things, as I realized.
It's just a lot. I need to be in Canada to deal with these things. Huh.
So,
Sorry about that, Samantha. Yeah, I just wouldn't be flying and putting my body through that stress in an airport when it's questionable at best of how healthy you are to be doing any traveling.
I'm not sure when, but someday I will just be in Canada, and you'll see me there.
You're probably already there.
All right, until I can get my health under control. I can't escape it anymore, so...
You were trying to escape your health? What? That's impossible. that is impossible. You should have got it under control before you went to Kuwait and burdened some young guy. But anyway, potato, potato. All I'm hoping, no matter how she does it, no matter what happened, whether she got kicked out, whether she used her diabetes to get out of there, whether it was a transaction that ended, I don't even care the narrative. I just hope she goes home. I'm done.
Bye. Enjoy the video.
Bye. Bye, Salah. Bye, Julia. Hello, gummies. Oh, sorry, Julia. But you can't go.
All right, here it is.
Girl. Come on now. Carrots are full of sugar. Why do we have to keep doing this? Carrots are full of sugar, sweetheart. You're doing it wrong.
Cottage cheese, low fat with mustard and carrots.
How many carbs are in low fat? I don't even care. I don't care. Never mind.
Baby carrots. Mix it around.
Well, it looks like she's been crying, for sure.
Cottage cheese is very expensive here.
That's why I don't cry. Right? I'd rather punch a wall. Because my eyes swell up just like that. The whole underneath and the whole top just swell up. Yeah, okay.
And I never used to like it. But
How's she gonna trot home all that shit she bought? She's gonna leave it all behind.
I love it.
Yeah, does anybody know if Pete's has gotten a two-bedroom apartment? We won't know until she fires up the camera and her and Pete are like, let me tell you about my best friend. You know what I'm saying? She could be home right now. This could all be old.
It doesn't hurt my stomach. It's not salty like the other cheeses. It's like $8 for a 16-ounce container of cottage cheese here. But
I know there's so many things you could eat that's healthy. This could be just a snack. I don't know. But carrots are full of sugar. There's way too many carrots.
I think it's an imported product, so. What can you do? So I'm gonna eat this with some water, and then I'm gonna.
What do you mean you talked to Pete last night, Joanna? Do you think Pete would tell you any secrets? He'd be sworn to secrecy by her. What did he say?
Go to the doctor, so I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hello, beautiful girl. What you waiting for?
Why? How do they find these clinics that nobody goes to? Nobody goes to. Not a person in that waiting room. Is it like midnight?
Oh, hope you feel well, baby.
All right, she's stepping onto the scale. Why is it bouncing all over? What are you doing? When you get on a scale, it stops. But why is it bouncing 5, 6, 7, 8? She's got her belly on the front of this. You should not do that. You need to step back a little. That's interference. And then it was 167. Wait a minute. We're going to play this slow. Why is it jumping all around? And then it went to 167. We're going slow, people. I got to see what she's doing. I don't even care. To be honest, I really don't.
166.
You see that? No. And she got a leg up. She trying to balance.
Yeah.
Why are we in a? Is this a pediatrician? How is that scale so low and so small? What? Holding on to Salah. See, these digital ones, I'm sorry, they're too, like, you need a sliding bar one. That was weird. That was weird. But whatever, don't care. So anyway, she weighs, what, 360 some pounds? 362, 363. Isn't that what it said? Good God. Let me see. Oh, I still got it on the half speed. Okay, get out of there. Okay. Let's see. 366 pounds. So you are 10 pounds lighter than when you lived with BB. See, I think you did this wrong. You'd have been better off showing yourself at a dangerous weight. But this is 10 pounds lighter and 23 pounds heavier than when you lived in the villa. 23 pounds, not 50, not 75, not 100. So what's the problem? 10 pounds lighter than when you lived with BB. You were 376. It's on a video. Interesting.
166.
Yeah.
Were they in the room together alone, playing around with the scale? Probably. Amber Nicole with the super chat. Why does she need to go home to get medical care? Didn't she say Kuwait has the best health care? Yeah, she did. Probably for Kuwaitis, though. Or she's being kicked out because shit went down when they were in Thailand. Could have been why they sat in Thailand for 6 weeks. If she got kicked out, she's known that as soon as the visa was up, she had to leave, which expires in 4 weeks. So I don't know. They might have told her, we're going to give you one more tourist visa and then you got to go. They could have. We've all suspected that. And we knew she'd have to come up with something, right, to go home. And what better way than her health, which isn't good. I mean, it is true. But has she ever cared? Probably not. She's laughed about it before.
Hey guys. So, I'm gonna try not to cry, but I'm in a really weird mood. I'm so depressed. Like, I'm coming back from the doctor. First of all, being out in the day like this in the sunlight makes me worse depressed. I hate it.
Well, first of all, she's a D-list actress. Can we be honest? I don't know. I'm not buying this. I've seen her cry when I have seen it. I don't know. I'm telling you. Yeah, back to vampire. I just don't like the sun. I gotta go home. I'm sorry. It's something. No. No, ma'am. We'll listen to it with a beautiful serenade.
I like the night. And, everything is busy. It's overwhelming. I feel overstimulated.
She's adding too many things. She's adding too many things. Beyond her health. She doesn't like the sunlight. She don't like the sunlight. It's too busy there. Just too busy. See? She over-explains.
No. If I look off to the sides because I'm trying to think of what I need to say.
she looks over
I
to the
just
side.
feel so apathetic.
She just needs to look over to the side, people. It's not because she's lying and she can't look herself in the eyes, or herself in a hijab. She has to think about what she has to say. So you didn't plan this out. I mean, you think the truth would just spit right out of your mouth, like easily. Like, oh my God, you guys, I'm so scared. You have no idea. Here's what's going on. Now, we have already known that her legs, from even a year and a half ago, were looking pretty scary. Like the big block. I'll show it all to you.
I don't care about anything right now. Like, I don't care about anything.
Could be the medication you're taking that you pretty much sought after without a proper diagnosis. That could be turning you into, because it may not be working and it may be doing the opposite. You know, like when there's certain medications out there that make people feel like zombies and they don't feel anything for anything. That's, could be a side effect that you could have looked into by Googling the side effects. Could have said depression, like basically your brain is just numb. Yeah, and that's nothing new anyway.
It's like the only thing in my life that I feel that makes me happy is food.
Oh, shit, you got cut off. We already know, Salah. She will pick food. She will punish you. She will. You ain't getting any money, bro. I'm going home. Oh, I can't have what I want to eat? Oh, you trying to save my life? Not when I want takeout. No, sir. There it is. Look at the smug. All she wants is food. All she wants is food. Uh-oh. She didn't get a reward. That explains the little tiny anniversary cake, don't it? This is all you're getting, this tiny little cake. She's finally being honest right here. This ain't got nothing to do with anything except for she's depressed because he won't let her have fast food. We already seen her face eating all that stuff. She ain't into it. It's her lifestyle. I'll let her live it the way she wants. Oh, she's not infatuated with food, banana balls. She is, that's her addiction. And do you know how messed up your head gets when addicts are trying to quit something cold turkey, or they are literally having, what do you call it, a moment where they can't get past it. We've seen her do it when she tried to water fast. Does this have to do with the fact that she wants to go home and do whatever the hell she wants? This would not shock me.
And I know that to get better and live a longer life, I have to
eat a diabetic diet, follow the doctor's recommendations and medication, which you can do in Kuwait.
change drastically.
You guys, bookmark this. Bookmark this. Remember when Amberlynn Reed did this whole performance? The histrionic performance of, I'm going to see a weight loss doctor. I think it was last December, probably. Chantal was looking for some December sweeps. So she mentioned weight loss surgery. And Amberlynn did that. She went through the psych eval. She went to 12, she says, working through her issues. It became a whole arc. And what's she doing now? Eating Taco Bell at 2. Amberlynn Reed's eating Taco Bell at 2 in the morning, drinking alcohol, getting drunk, and gambling. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what they do to their audience. I need thumbs up in here. She didn't have any content. And she may or may not have gotten kicked out of Kuwait. They said, we're not going to renew your visa. She may not even have a choice. Salam may have gave up. I don't blame him. He's never dealt with eating disorders or morbidly obese women. He has no idea. And maybe he just can't do it. He went to work. He's out. I don't know why the plastic's still in the car, though. Maybe he's going to turn it back in. Go back, get that little red Honda, right? The one with the busted out suspension. I don't blame him. He's been swapping cars like underwear. No, she will never have the surgery. She's already told us that. But maybe she changed her mind. Like just a sleeve. But look at her. She's willing to leave her husband, her cat. If we're going to buy her story, it probably is a demo car. If we're going to believe her story, and that's what she wants us to do, first of all, she weighs 10 pounds less than she did when she lived with BB and did the whole health arc. 376 pounds she was weighing in, still binging, all that shit. She wasn't worried about her weight. I mean, she was worried about her health, but then she was over it, went back to eating and forget about it. And she's 10 pounds less. So I don't know. You know what I mean? Just don't do any cartwheels yet. But I'm sorry, but if you're not willing to do the work and he wants you to walk and he wants you to eat healthy and you want to go home and you know what I mean, get back into the gummies, the THC, drive to all the drive-thrus. I could see that.
And dealing with the emotions that I have because of that.
Well, yeah, Amberlynn did all the requirements, got up, and then fired her psychiatrist, and then she blamed them for something so she could back out of getting weight loss surgery. And I feel like they have the same mentality. I really do. I seen her gut was resting on the scale, yep. She was leaning forward with her gut on the scale. And I think they were in there playing around with the scale. Here, film me. I don't think the doctor was even in there. Hey, I'm Hank. Here's a tip and a thumbs up. Thank you. Love you.
It's so uncomfortable that I just don't feel...
Listen, if she's at the point of live or die, there's no way she could travel. The end. There's no way. That is a 20-hour day. I'm fit, but I'm old. And it kicks my butt. Going through all those airports, getting through TSA, trying to get on the plane, on time, switching planes. I'm sorry, but if she's in that bad a health, she has no business flying.
Feel like I can... Sometimes I don't feel like I can do it or that I want to do it.
There it is. Let's tap it back. There's your nugget. At least she's honest. She don't care about anything but food. She thinks sometimes she wants it. And let's just tap it back.
Me happy is...
Food. That's her truth. This is the truth right here. Right here is her truth. She is being restricted from food because she has to be in Kuwait. And she is pissed. She used to leave Natter's bed to go to McDonald's drive-thru. That is how obsessed she is with food. It is her coping mechanism. It's her identity. And she needs some serious help. No, her husband won't count. Neither will Julia. I am here. I'm not going anywhere. I don't care what any of you reaction channels say. That's what she said when she was all smug.
And I know that too.
A bovine scale. Now listen to what she's saying. You're getting me distracted.
Get better and live a longer life.
But
I have to change drastically.
Yeah.
And dealing with the emotions that I have because of that.
No, okay. And I want you to remember, she just confessed a couple days ago. She has been in and out of mental facilities. In and out of them. She knows exactly what she has to do to fix herself mentally. But the love of food trumps all. So, she doesn't ever want to go back to a psychiatrist. Did she not just say that in that video she put up? She would rather talk to her Beezers than another therapist ever again. She's been impatient many times. So even though all these things are true, I still believe she has to leave. She has no choice.
It's so
And not because of her health. I do.
comfortable that I just don't feel like I can. Sometimes I don't feel like I can do it or that I want to do it. When I feel like this, I feel like I just want to be passive in life and not fight and just lay down.
So you guys are fighting because you want takeout. He's trying to keep you alive with the diabetes. Somebody's making your meals. We know this. There is no junk food in that house. You can't go to the grocery store. Well, you actually could. It's walking distance, but you won't. Yeah, this would be adding up to I'm mad at Salah. I don't want to fight. I just want to lay in bed. Yeah, the handsomest man getting dumped for Burger King.
And just not fight.
Yeah, I told you she was crying. They're fighting. So is she going back to Canada, or is he going to make it all better? This will be the third time that she's said this, that she's leaving, and you know they're fighting. She always gives the nuggets out. He always gives in, Marvin. Yeah.
It's the best way I can describe it.
Well, you described it as, I need to go get weight loss surgery and go to the hospital in Canada because that's the best health care. Even though they've taken care of you very well in Kuwait. Yeah, I think Salah, I think whether he went to Bahrain or not, Allah said he didn't, but he's going to start traveling for his new job. He's back in good graces with Allah. All this stuff is pissing her off. She is withdrawing. She's not running the show. He's over it. He's fighting back. He's going to go live his life. He's not going to be trapped in a condo watching Jim Carrey 24/7 and eating in bed. I don't know. Things have changed. It takes a while to get to know somebody, right, Salah? takes a while. You'll be fine, buddy. You'll be fine. I told her the best diet is put the fork down.
So the doctor wants to put me on another pill. I told him, like my blood sugars have been still in the 200s. My blood pressure is good. It was like one.
They wouldn't put you on another pill. First of all, here's how it works out. You'd go straight on insulin. They don't even play like that. Didn't she show her blood work? Kidney function, all that stuff, right? She's put that on the freaking YouTubes, right? If it was a dire situation, she'd be in the hospital. They'd be regulating her with insulin, keeping an eye on her, getting it under control. They wouldn't be letting her fly home to Canada. No. No, they would not. You'd be in the hospital. The doctor wouldn't say, well, let's try another pill. No. If you're on metformin, they would change your dosage to 3 times a day, or you'd be on insulin. Probably cheaper in Kuwait than it is in, well, we know what it costs in the United States for insulin. Isn't it like $1,500 a month now to keep you alive? Right? Jeez, you better have that banger health insurance.
Like if that person beeps one more time, I swear. Like when I'm in this mood, everything is overstimulating. Like somebody beeping their horn is driving me crazy.
Now she hates Kuwait. Kuwait was the greatest place on earth, and Canada had homeless people and drug addicts walking the street. They don't have any of that here in Kuwait. Do you see how she changes? Now she wants nothing to do with Kuwait. I gotta get out of here. This place is driving me nuts. Aren't you like way up above the ground, or did you move down a level or 2 or 3 or 4? I don't understand. Why is the traffic bothering you now? Why do you hate Kuwait now?
No, I'm not well mentally right now.
She was loving Kuwait. setting up her little box, eating her mukbangs, and today I'm having McCain's, today I'm having Taco Bell, today I'm having pizza. I love it here. Da la 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 la. Now, I gotta get out of here. I told you she would come up with a really good arc if she had to leave. You'll never know if she got kicked out. You will never, ever, ever know. Ever. Now you got to go home and keep up this bullshit. You got to actually go see a psychiatrist. You got to not eat on camera. You cannot go to drive-thrus. You will not be curing anything. Oh boy, this is when it gets fun. Go home. Go home. She mad as hell. She said when she obsesses over a food, like she will not be happy or calm down until she gets what she wants. She told us that out of her own mouth. And now she's restricted. Oh my God. Oh, definitely. Pete's, listen, he's probably skipping through all the homes for rent, condos for rent, condos for rent, two bedroom. He's been saving like a squirrel, squirreling away nuts for winter, waiting for this moment. She is his bestie. He's been waiting for her girl to get home. I don't care what he says. There is no divorce because there is no marriage.
You know, I know that,
This reminds me of that show, Kath and Kim. My favorite one is with Selma Blair, and Molly from Saturday Night Live. What's her name? Molly, or something Molly. I can't remember. Anyway, you'll tell me in the chat, I'm sure. Anyway, on the show starts out, the mom, you know, what's her name? Molly Shannon. Is that her name from Saturday Night Live? Yes, thank you. Molly Shannon. Okay, so the first episode, I have the DVD. It's funny as shit. Anyway, starts out, the mom's she's in a bedroom on an exercise machine, right? And she's talking to her boyfriend on the phone. And then she hears a car door slam. She gets off the treadmill and looks out the window, or the elliptical, whatever she was on. And she goes, what is she doing here? And it's her daughter that she just married off because she's a pain in the ass. She opens the door. Oh my God, she opens the door and she's like, Kim, what is it? What are you doing here? She left her husband. They'd only been married like a week. He expects me to cook and clean and she takes her suitcase. She's heading up the stairs and her mom runs in front of her and throws her hands in front of the door because it's her old bedroom. It turned into a exercise room. Like she couldn't wait for her to leave. And here she is back in the house. Oh my God, it's so funny. If you have the chance to buy that and watch it, it's 2 DVDs. So funny. Kath and Kim. Anyway, this is what this reminds me of. Smee's changing the locks on the door, right? She's buying new blackout curtains and shit. Oh God. Oh God, here she comes, right?
I have to bring those numbers down.
You did, by half. By half. You went from 414 to 200. Why are you in such a hurry? Honey, you just get on that protein like the doctor tells you, and you'll be fine. You're on medication. You should stay there until it gets all adjusted and you're healthy enough to travel. You should not rush things like this.
But like I said, right now, I just don't really care. I just don't care.
You don't care because you said your love is food. Your love is food. And as much as you want to do this, you really don't want to do this because it's making you depressed that you can't fix your emotions with food. This is the point, Chantal. If you're not being booted out of Kuwait and you're making all this up, right? If you're not being booted, let's just say you are not being booted and you're acting out of emotion because you can't subside your emotions with food, which is your coping skill. This is the time you learn a coping skill. Why leave your husband and your cat and your maybe alive hamster? Why? You got married. You're a grown-up now. You have a husband. You made a choice to go to his country. This is your home, ma'am. I find that very interesting. I'm not going anywhere 2 days ago. And today, you're talking about your love of food. You can't do this anymore, and you're going home. This sounds like you're mad at Salah again. Yeah, I was sleeping just fine. But Mr. Tiggs was having a rough night. Now he's happy. You guys, he's happy. He is literally in the window. Whoops, my bad. Hold on. He's in the window. Look, living his best life again. Hi, baby. Love you. Yeah, love you. Yeah. Something spooked him last night. But I'm still going to make a vet appointment. I'm going to get his nails cut, and then I'm going to talk to the vet. And I'm going to have him, do some blood work. I'm gonna have him do some blood work. I'm gonna have my dog checked out. But even though they just got a clean bill of health, he hasn't had blood work done in a while. I'm gonna have them run some blood work on him. Make sure he's okay. Kidneys, everything. You know what I'm saying? Because my husband was rubbing his back last week, and he kind of squawked on the left side. And I'm thinking, is that where a dog's kidneys are? I don't know. I have to look up the anatomy of a dog. So I'm going to have him get him checked out. Yep, blood work and everything. I'll I'll go and dress up like a squirrel, hide behind the tree. When he goes to pee on the tree, I'll have him pee in one of the medical cups, put a little lid on it. I've done it before with him. Once Tiggs lifts his leg on a tree, he don't care what's going on. So I'm going to put some pee in a cup for him. I'm going to take that in with me, have him do a urinalysis. Oh, yeah, I'm going to probably pick up a piece of his, poo, take that in. It's better than going in and they say, well, we're going to need these things and then we can assess. You might as well just take it with you. Be smarter. You know what I mean? Be smart. I'm going to dress up like a squirrel. Exactly. And he'll never know that I'm collecting his pee for the doctor. But I am. I'm going to set it up.
About anything.
Oh, yeah, back to you.
I just feel really tired of everything, fed up.
Okay, that don't sound like a health problem. What are you fed up with? Things ain't going well in Kuwait, are they? We've been telling you that. We can see it. You're going to go back to Canada. You're going to raise those numbers. You're going to be living the dream. And we know you're not going back to Kuwait because everybody will just be like, nope, I'm out. You're going home. You're leaving your husband and your pet. Wow. Your husband's supposed to be your rock. I don't know. I think they're fighting. I don't think she's going home unless she's getting kicked out. She's going to look like a big, terrible person.
And, it's gonna be so much hard work.
Yeah, and you got less chance of doing it over in Canada because somebody is not watching over you and your family doesn't want anything to do with it because they've probably tried for years. You've been in and out of inpatient. So what makes you think you are going to do the hard work in Canada? You know what I'm saying? I ain't buying any of it. She's going to go home, get on the gummies, deal with her emotions. She doesn't want to be there anymore because she doesn't like to be told what to do. No. I'm sorry. I can't get on board. All y'all can be doing, whatever. But I'm sorry. The doctor wouldn't even let her leave if she was in a really bad shape. Like kidneys and stuff. No. You would have to get all that under control before you can. Nobody with the flu gets on an airplane and says, I got to fly home with the flu so my doctor at home can see me. Nobody says that. You don't even feel good enough to deal with an airport and all the things that come with flying. No way. She's mad at Salah. Look at it. Look right here. Yeah, she can have the food she wants. It's that easy. She's probably already home, by the way.
Anyway, that's how I'm feeling. You know, I don't want to come in on here all the time and smile and...
You haven't. No, this whole Kuwait arc has been depression. We've watched it. Nobody wants to see this anymore. Pretending to smile. You have raged, rant, been depressed, overate. You were even depressed in Thailand. Well, not when you got into one of them. You know, whatever the hell you two were doing in that wax museum. That was probably the funnest shit. Besides the boat, I got to give you the boat. The boat was fun. That was funny shit. The floating market. But everything else, no. This is the spare room.
Just be fake about it, because I'm not very happy right now.
You haven't been happy for months.
And getting mental health help is just overwhelming. Like, I don't even...
Is anybody even going to hold her to this? I think it was just because I needed to come home and see my family. And, you know, she'll start showing low numbers on her. I'm going to... Listen, this ain't the first time. Everybody tries to hold her accountable to a health scare arc. And then all of a sudden, no. God, can you imagine living your life like this?
I don't even know.
He wants a
where
carrot.
to start. I don't know. I feel like I'm moving in the thickest quicksand ever.
Yeah, we've been trying to tell you that. Yeah, the therapists in Kuwait are out treating the camels. Not you, Chantal.
So,
And you know there are web therapists, if she really loved her husband and wanted to exercise and get thin and stay with her man, but she'll abandon him. She will abandon him and her cat. What? There's internet therapists there that you could be talking to. You could be getting a sponsor for your eating disorder online. All of this. Stop it. I think Kuwait's kicked her out too. Uh-huh. And she's been struggling to try to get a little healthy so she can fly. But she had this same attitude when she was going to Thailand. Remember? Because she didn't want to travel.
I have a lot of thinking to do.
And a lot of gummies to do. A lot of gummies to eat. See, she's not even talking about really her medical, because it's on. She's on the path to I mean, literally, how long has she even been on metformin over there? A freaking week? 10 days? Like a week to 10 days, and you expect a miracle? I mean, you went from 414 down to 200. Give it another 2 weeks. You'll be down to 100. Start walking. Get out of that condo during the day in the sunlight. Does she sparkle in the sun? Is she a vampire? We already called a fake divorce arc. Yeah. Who goes over to Kuwait to marry a man with health problems already, and then exactly a year later abandons him for the same health issues? I just can't. Bambi's already burned the blue couch. Trust that. I'll get you a carrot.
Life by Jen documentary, like Mr. Snowflake. He did videos on me too. And I like bawled through the whole documentary on her because I know people think she wasn't a nice person, whatever.
Well, newsflash, they don't think you're a nice person either. Especially because you keep abandoning things. It's unbelievable.
We all have moments. We all are sometimes not nice people.
You think? At least if in my past, whenever I wasn't very nice, usually it was because I was pushed to, defend yourself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm generally a nice person, but I'm also an asshole. But that's your choice, what I'm going to be for the day. Nice or an asshole. Because I start out nice all day. But I'm not a doormat either. You know what I'm saying? But you know how people are, Poke, poke. And then you say something. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You seem triggered. Oh, you're touchy. Okay. Because that's what you wanted. So I gave it to you. Call it a gift. Anyway. Yeah, you have plastered how vile you can be. Evil. Wow. Let's just put it this way, Chantal. If I were you, I would never touch alcohol again or film it. You made fun of children being massacred. They hadn't even had a funeral yet. So no. Mean is one word. That was evil. Evil. I still cannot even believe that you did that for content. Some of y'all out there, you're just, ooh. And then you want sympathy. When things don't go well for you. What about those parents of those kids? You couldn't give them sympathy? Like we're supposed to give you. Okay, I see how this works. Yeah. Only when she's suffering, people.
But she went through a lot of
Talk with the devil. Walk with the devil. I don't walk with the devil.
suffering. Like she went through a lot of abuse. She went through a lot of suffering.
All a choice. All a choice. Just like you. Just like Hungry Fat Chick. Just like we're supposed to. You're a protected class, you ladies that just destroy your body and your mind and put it out on the internet as content. And we're supposed to what? Coddle you? And then you turn around the next day and call all of us names when you're in a bad mood? We ain't playing around with this mental Olympics. No, thank you.
And unless you have...
Oh, she's going to rage when she gets home. She's going to rage. And I give it about, I don't even know, 6 months. And the hijab's coming off.
Type of issues with food, eating disorder, food addiction that we have, you can't know the type of hardships. It's
called willpower. It's called good therapy. It's called following the therapist, not your stupid, messed up mind. You give it 2 weeks. All right. Kay's not giving it 6 months. Can you imagine what's going through her head, knowing her health, her marriage, and her money-making machine are all about to burst? Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you take an oath to God and then you go against him constantly. That's what happens. You get tested harder and harder and harder until God wins. End of. Until God wins. You gave away your control and you're still trying to take it back. It's never going to happen. Everything's going to keep going darker and darker until you trust in God. Like you promised to when you took the oath. Y'all think this is a joke? Y'all think when people do this, you're watching what happens? Amen.
It can be.
Just like Paris Hilton. Amen.
It's so addictive. Like drugs, but unlike drugs.
Way worse, because you have to survive on food. Yeah, I told you it's the worst addiction you could have is food. And generally, without weight loss surgery, it doesn't end well for people like you. It's the worst addiction to have, if you ask me.
We need food to survive.
Yep.
And it's just so hard. And it's scary.
So, like I said, you've been locked into a room, no car, and you're forced to eat healthy food and you're pissed off. This right here is your challenge. This is your challenge to grow as a woman and not act like a child. I want it and I want it now. This is your opportunity. Why are you throwing in the towel? As much as I hate the Kuwait arc, I still think you could become a skinny legend in Kuwait. Or you go home, girl, and you get that weight loss surgery. But if you go home and this was all for show and you do the complete opposite, you're right. You may end up like Life by Jen.
Because I'm on that path.
When she was 336 pounds, right? Which is 30 pounds less, which she could lose in a month eating protein over there. It was only 30 pounds. She's not 400 pounds. She's not 420. She's not immobile. She's not bedbound. She's only 30 pounds heavier, according to her doctor scale. Why all the theatrics over 30 pounds? You are in the best position right now to be forced to lose weight. And you're acting like Life by Jen did when she was making Jean bring her all that crap food while she was in rehab after she almost died from an infection. Don't be your worst enemy. Like, I'm being honest right now. As much as she has pissed everyone off, hurt people, like, you're in the best situation right now. Right now, you're having a moment because he's not around. You're craving some sort of food. There's none of it in the house. And you are making threats or you've been kicked out of Kuwait. There is no two ways around this. Salah's probably over the tantrums, for sure. He don't even care anymore. He don't care anymore. But she could put on her shoes and go out there and walk her ass off until she's exhausted. Then her brain will quit playing games with her.
Anyway.
Well, of course, she always includes Jen. Well, this is the first time she's included Life by Jen. But she compares herself to everybody on YouTube. Amberlynn Reed, now Life by Jen. And she should. She should keep her name out of her mouth. But if she wants to compare herself, then if she goes home and goes back to all her bad behavior, then it was just an insult to Jen's memory. Either she's a lesson to be learned, or she just basically used her. What was FFG's offer? What offer did FFG give her? I haven't even heard from FFG. Yeah, has anybody heard from MFW? I know she has to go to the doctor today and probably go through a very painful procedure. But it's a survival mode at this point.
And people on the internet
Bye, Nutty the Squirrel.
are just so, in life in general, they're so disgusting towards people.
Oh my God, are you kidding? This has nothing to do with your health. You're mad. The people on the internet are so disgusting. Hey, ma'am, you fit right in that barrel. Cuba rage. Nobody will ever forget what you did and said. I'm more upset about the children in Texas than I am that.
People with issues like this, you don't get it.
Yeah, we get it. We watch 600 Pound Life. We know the mentality. You manipulate and you lie. So, it's what you're doing right now. So, doesn't hurt us, hurts you. Go out there and start walking. Stay with your husband. Be the love of his life. Be a success story.
You know, just don't get it. We don't even get it.
Well, you've been an inpatient 3 times. I'm sure they explained it to you. You just don't want to let go of your best friend, food. But you're going to let go of your husband. Make that make sense.
Anyway, I'm sorry that this video took like a bit of a turn for the worse.
No, it's as expected. You've already threatened to go back to Canada 3 times. We won't believe it till you're there.
How's this home feeling today?
Do you hear her, Salah? She wants McDonald's. But good for you, Salah. Stay strong. You're saving her life.
So I think I'm gonna just log off for the day.
So nowhere in here does she talk about going to Canada. She's talking about her struggle with eating healthy, being alone all the time, starting to hate Kuwait. But the voiceover she did at the beginning is where she says she's going back to Canada. This is weird. This is weird. Because there's online mental help. Everybody knows that. Oh yeah, I should check and see if she's reporting me. Hold on. Yesterday, it went right back to green by the time I ended my live. Thank you, YouTube, for knowing this is all nonsense. I appreciate it. Oh. All right, I'm going to be done with that video anyway. And we're going to go on to the many times she's used her diabetes to manipulate her audience. Nope, we're good right now. We're good. Thank you, but we'll check again. He knows she has documented. I don't know that, HD. I ain't adding to it. I mean, we know she did once and supposedly, got cured. But I ain't adding to it. No, I'm not. What else has happened? Nothing? Okay, nothing. She's good at alienating herself. Well, she's good at manipulation. She's learned it since she was a child. She manipulated her grandma, her mom. Remember what lengths she was willing to go when her mom wouldn't let her at 16 or 15 years old spend the night at a 22-year-old's house? Her boyfriend? Remember the lengths she went to get her way? You don't think this could be another, you know what, you either bring me the fast food or I'm going to Canada? We have no idea. We've seen her do it before. I'm going to go and get me an Airbnb. I'm going home for a while. I need to go home for a while. But did she? No. Because the next video, she was eating fast food. Sorry, just in my mentals. So we don't know. She's still mad. And maybe Salah's over it. Maybe she did get kicked out. Maybe they said that's the last visa. You're done. Bye. Go home. We don't know. We won't know until she's in Canada. But we'll never know the truth. We can just speculate. But who would leave their husband? If you're grown, who would leave your husband? This is your family as a grown-up. She's going to be 40. I moved out at 18. I moved out at 18. You know what I'm saying? What? No. See you later, honey. Bye, dogs. No. Yeah, I hope she don't do that devil snow again. She'll have a heart attack. But you know what? We're not her gatekeeper. We're just here for whatever she puts out for content. Yeah, that's what she did, Joanna. She was thinking like that when she was a teen. How she could manipulate to get what she wanted. I know he's not, Jacqueline, but she says he is. So we're just using that to say, well, the cat's real. The cat's real. She's going to leave another cat. Or is she going to put it in a carrier and take it with her? Huh? Wow. Okay, so it just never ends. Let's go back and look at when she used to use her health. We're going to go to Jericho D because Jericho D does a good thing. She put together all from 2018, all the times she used her health to manipulate. Okay? 5 years worth. Buckle up. And we'll see if we see any similarities. You know, we're always looking for nuggets through comparison. We ain't out here making shit up. Right? We add a little twist to it. We have to do comparisons. I have not seen this. If you are not subscribed to Jericho D, we need to get Jericho D's subs up.
I'm going over there.
3,000 is not acceptable. You're going to Menards?
Yeah.
All right, honey. Are you taking Max? Are your wheels in?
No, I don't know. I'm going to stop there.
Yeah, I mean, by the time you get down to Menards, they should be there. All right. Love you.
Love you.
Are you still tired? Take a couple of my vitamins. They'll bring you back to life. I had to move out of my mom's house at 16. By 17, I was married to my husband. By 23, I was divorced. There you go. She could be en route. We don't know if she's en route, if she made that video. And I don't even know if she... We know she had to leave by January 10th. That's all we know. Yeah, Foodie, log off. Come back a skinny legend. Blow the internet away. Stop sharing all your mentals with people because you really need help. And this time, you're almost 40. Like, you really gotta do the program, sweetheart. Or, whatever, keep filming. We're here. There's the link to Jericho D. Please subscribe and let's get Jericho D's subscriber count up because they really she puts the effort for real into. I love the way she does her work too. She reminds me of Queen of WTF, Just Saying, all of them. They really put work into their channels.
377.5.
377.5. What does she weigh now? 366. What did I tell you? Look at her living her best life. She's not bedbound. And she weighs 10 pounds less today. Okay.
There you go.
There you go. When she used to tell the truth.
27.5. Doctors don't study very little about nutrition. Like my GP, I asked him about diet and he was very dismissive about it. He was just like, Whole Foods, Whole Foods.
That's not dismissive. That's the truth. From the farm to the table. If you eat whole foods, no processed foods, no processed sugars, your body will love you, Chantal. And you can't do that in Kuwait. We've been watching your vegetable hauls. But potatoes are not it. Or 10 pounds of rice. No. You know exactly what to do.
Basically. But otherwise, they don't really study this stuff.
More serious, and this is what really scared me, was when I was reading the report myself, and the first thing it said was that they found, they put like all the chronic, severe, extreme, severe, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So, it's just how it is, like, you want a cheeky lemon, you take a little sniff here and there, like, just kidding. It wouldn't flush, it overflowed.
Wasn't she laughing at, hold on. It was, play speed was really, let me slow it down, see what it was saying.
So everything went everywhere. And he had to clean it up. I offered to.
Oh my God. You see her nose bleeding? Oh my God. So it wasn't about the voicemail she was laughing at. It was Look at her. What in the... Yeah, blood thinners. And if you do the devil's snow while you're on blood thinners, I'll bet you that is not a good combination. No, it's not.
I've talked about my blood sugar levels, but you know what? As I've said also, I can't do drastic, okay? I'm trying to heal my relationship with food, and that's the only way I'm gonna get anywhere in
2 years ago.
the first place. Otherwise, it's back to binge city, and that's even worse for my diabetes than the tacos I had for dinner. Don't know my real blood sugar levels. You only know what I told you.
Amen.
And I shouldn't have opened that can of worms. Oh, Lord, how I wish.
But you went and opened it again in Kuwait.
People have to hit a rock bottom to change. And the amount of health issues I've amassed for myself because of my obesity is definitely scary and eye-opening for me. And I really want that to be my rock. It's ridiculous for people to be like, you're gonna die. Oh well, we're all gonna die. And honestly, I don't want them to be 70, 80.
I do.
Eating cow. Hurts. Okay, let's see. Oh my god! 5.8. That's totally normal. Hey, I swear, 5.8. That's a normal blood sugar.
You want to know why? Because that's back when you were with Nader and you were doing the devil's snow and you weren't eating. You weren't binge eating and you weren't overeating. You didn't have an appetite. And you weren't laying in a bed watching movies and waiting for your body to literally fall apart. You know what I'm saying? See, this is what I'm talking about when you're manipulating your audience. When you're only hurting yourself. Any good mom would tell you that.
So that's a non-scale victory. My blood sugar levels being at a normal fasting. It used to be fasting was like at 10, at least 10, 11.
So what changed it?
So I am like just really happy. I have no more diabetes. I have no more
I have no more diabetes.
diabetes. I have no more diabetes. Goodbye.
And that's when the mukbangs began again. That was manipulation. You can't get rid of diabetes. So, you can be pre-diabetic, but usually you find that out when you're younger, like in your 20s, that you're pre-diabetic, right? So there's that.
Goodbye, diabetes. Goodbye.
Well, this is when she was exercising and running around and driving around and eating less and getting it on with Nader and doing the devil's snow. She was losing weight, is what I'm trying to say. But still, the lowest she ever got was 332, right? 332. Let that sink in. That is only 34 pounds that she's gained in Kuwait. That don't even seem right. She had more energy when she was with Nader. La 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 la.
Yeah, my doctor didn't want to put me back on Ozempic either.
Well, I think what she meant by fasting blood sugar is what a doctor says when you've waken up after sleeping. That will be considered your fasting blood sugar because your body has used all the food for energy, everything it needs to, and that will be a fasting blood sugar. It doesn't mean fast, like telling her to fast. That's what they call it. Even when you go in to get a diabetic blood draw, they make you drink this sugary shit. If you have no history of diabetes, they make you drink this sugary shit, and then they draw your blood every so many hours. They draw your blood before you drink it. There's your whatever, fasting, because you can't eat the night before. Then they make you drink this sugary shit, and then they keep pulling your blood every so many hours, and then that gives them an idea if you are pre-diabetic. I know this because I went through it when I was pregnant.
How did I cure my diabetes by eating 50 lokma? Can anyone tell me?
Look how high you are. Stop.
I don't have diabetes anymore, so this is what I ordered.
So I'm going to order. Yep, so this is what I ordered, she said.
And I have to make some drastic dietary changes because of my health conditions.
Boy, it's like the same speech, the same script. Yeah, this was after Ozempic, exactly. So the Ozempic was doing its job, and then she quit taking it.
So, like, I have some pretty bad bowel inflammation, the CT scan showed, and my liver is like...
That's what happened to Life by Jen. That's why she got an infection in her intestines.
I think 29 centimeters now, or... It grew a whole bunch in a short period of time. So I have to go on, like, a liver-reducing diet, and I have to go on an anti-inflammatory diet and stuff. So... yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of a cycle of the same she's used since 2000 and for 5 years, she has used her health in certain situations. And then she throws in the towel and don't care anymore. And then she's supposed to have sympathy, like for real. She's doing it to herself. Why she uses it for content, I'll never know, except for sympathy.
6.1. That's good. That's fasting. That's fasted blood sugar, but still. When I used to test it, it would be like at least 12, 14 fasting. That's high.
So it's been going on for 5 years, people.
Stomachoscopy and colonoscopy. I used to get checked for diabetes. Like that used to be.
Why are you driving at dark with the dome light on? That is not safe driving, ma'am.
My
We're
doctor
gonna start calling you S-Jam.
doesn't seem to read. I don't know. It's just like I have to. I don't know if I'm like diabetic or not but I have to be if I'm on Ozempic. But she was like saying that I'm pre-diabetic today, so I'm like confused about that. I don't know. So I'm gonna be retested for that anyway and see how it goes. I weighed in today. Yesterday when I weighed in, I was 335. Today when
335.
I weighed in, I was 334.6.
Yeah, and I think the lowest she ever got was 332.
I had to get an IV in my bracelet. Mom?
She loved her little hospital arcs.
So, how am I so happy? Because I got a clean bill of health. That's why.
She got a free bill of health.
And so the doctor came and like felt around my tummy. He didn't feel any hernia. He didn't feel the hernia growing or anything. Blood work, I checked it out. All came back normal. The strep B was found in my urine. So
Isn't strep? I dropped the violin. Isn't strep B normally something you find in your throat? Strep B in your urine? Huh, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. He thinks it's viral. He thinks it's like, since it was worse for the past 3 days, he said it could have just been inflammation. It could be inflammation of your stomach. It could be bowel inflammation. It could be a viral thing. It could be, I'm kind of hungry a little bit. I think now that I know there's nothing wrong with my stomach, but I'll have to eat slow. He's like, eat slow. Does Starbucks...
Eat slow. She was going straight to the Starbucks.
Okay, let's go to Starbucks and have breakfast, and then I'm going to go to bed.
Yeah, I've never heard of strep B in your urine either.
Where am I going? Why am I lost in the parking garage at 5 in the morning? Okay, I'm going to focus on the road and getting us to Starbucks safely, and then home for the weekend.
She was always jumping curbs.
And I'm not leaving my house. I swear I'm not leaving my house. I'm going to recover, take the antibiotics, like really recover and just like rest and eat well, lots of fluids, flush out my system and just eat really healthy.
So do you see the difference in her? This is only a 30-pound difference from what she weighs right now. We're talking 30 pounds, people. We're not talking 150, 100s, even 75. We're talking 30. That's why, I mean, if she would have wanted to really sell this, I am really not well, I got to go home, she would have been on that scale telling you that, like, you guys, I'm 410 pounds at 5'1". We'd all be like, damn, girl, you need to get home. But the fact she's showing us that she's only 30 pounds more than she was in Canada the whole 5 years, and actually 10 pounds less than 2018, this makes no sense.
I mean that. No friggin' junk. Don't let me. Not this weekend. What about I could have those for a snack, right?
Her legs have been, we'll see, I'll show you.
No.
This is when she was dipping chocolate bars into marshmallow fluff, and people are like, ma'am, aren't you diabetic? No.
I'm not diabetic. Are you?
Yeah, usually your urine, I didn't think it showed viruses. I thought it just showed bacteria, not viruses. That's something they swab your throat for. Strep B. That's bizarre. Look at her legs. Like, for real. That's not a joke. Those are, listen, I have seen those legs before, and it is not good. It is not good.
Yeah, I have a big heart. That means I'm an empath. Hi, everybody! All right.
Has she ever seemed concerned about any of the diagnoses in Canada? Huh.
Go. So, I'm just gonna wait for more people to come in before I talk, so I don't have to repeat myself over and over because I don't feel like doing that. So, these things suck, and they put it on tight.
Well, remember when she was in Thailand and she was walking funny, and I said there's something wrong with her leg or her foot. It's swollen, or there's a circulation issue going on. Yeah. Then when I seen that leg from the villa, maybe things are getting worse.
Damn it. Let me get this off.
A urine culture will show strep. A 72-hour test. Good to know. I didn't know that.
Now, I can tell I've lost weight because, like I said before, I could get out of handcuffs if I wanted to, I'm sure. No, it's not gonna come off. Fuck! Why did I do that?
Well, why don't you just have a pair of scissors in your car?
Like, they don't want people to escape?
Pretty much.
Ask for scissors. I look like an escape mental patient right now. Fucking bitchy because I need to eat. So as soon as I get my food, I'm eating. They never used to be able to put IVs or even get blood in this arm, and now they can. My blood pressure was like 178/92, but they didn't even mention that. I just happened to notice. They didn't say anything about my blood. So what happened is, whenever you get test results at the ER, so what it was, they didn't even mention that. So whenever you get a test done, an X-ray, so I went in, they sent me for an EKG, that was normal. Then they sent me for an X-ray. So I went to X-ray, and like I was short of breath and had chest pain like at that point, but like again, I haven't been taking my normal inhalers, right? Because that's my fucking stupidity.
Oh my God. Don't you love when people play their own doctor and they don't just do what they're told?
So I just went to the X-ray, did the X-ray, and then as I'm waiting for the results, the doctor just checked the results. You can go. No, that's high blood pressure, yeah. So I checked online, and the chest X-ray said everything was normal in the lungs. Cardio something outline looked normal, but there was mild cardiomegaly. But they weren't even going to mention that. I'm like, so I was looking at my chest X-ray because he was acting like, and I saw mild. He's like,
well, I'm pretty sure everything's gonna be elevated when you're obese. There's pressure on every part of your body, and things are not gonna be normal. Yeah, that's why you have to lose the weight. I mean, can you imagine in your 30s just running back and forth to the hospital because you choose to abuse your body, and then I've seen it before, and then they want everybody to fix it. Just like my 600-pound life. They're laying in bed, woe is me, woe is me. Bring me 2 large pizzas and 2 liters of Coke. Woe is me, woe is me. You're like, what in the hell is going on? They want to eat whatever they want, as much as they want, and then when their body starts reacting to it, somebody fix this so I can go eat again. It makes me nuts.
Mm-hmm. He's like, oh, no. He's like, I'm like, can I be referred to a cardiologist? He's like, no. He's like, if you've been, most very obese people, if you've been obese, especially most of your life,
there you go.
Have an enlarged heart more than normal people.
Yep.
Cool. So it's, yeah. So anyway, they gave me some inhalers. which did help a bit, like the chest, like, and they gave me some Medicaid, like some Advil, Tylenol. That got rid of my headache.
I know. I love when Dr. Now says, do you look like you're malnourished? You know, when he puts them on a diet of like 2,000 calories a day. And there's, I feel malnourished. No. Do you look malnourished? That makes me funny.
Well, I mean, I think I'm just like, most of my pork is gone, yeah. Well, yeah.
Who the hell sucks on a steak knife? That's true. If you and Jarella, I do believe that. Jarella knows somebody who got bariatric surgery and they were off all insulin. I always thought once you're on insulin, you can't ever go back, but I don't know. People are different. Shit just changes for people. And, you know, it's like if she literally has to go bariatric surgery way, I think she needs to. I mean, if she wants to live, if she don't, keep eating. I'm just saying, like, she knows what will fix all this. She just don't want to hear it. Most addicts don't. They don't want to hear it. Even if a doctor says, if you keep doing this, you're not going to live longer than whatever. Even Life by Jen, it was too late. I think she really did want to exercise and live, but it was basically too late after the hospital stay. You know, there just comes a point where your body goes, yep, we're tapping out. And you can, and it's sad. I will admit it's sad to watch somebody expose and use their addictions for content and their mental illness. It is sad. It's a choice they make. It's a choice they make for people to watch it and have an opinion. Whether they like the opinion or not, they can easily just log off and come back completely a different person. That's also a choice. Yeah, and if she don't get a handle on her addiction, you're right. She'll just continue to eat the way, yeah, she does after surgery. Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep. Or she'll turn to drugs and alcohol to cope. They transfer addictions. A lot of them do. Well, I told you about the woman in northern Michigan. You can Google it yourself. She had 4 kids, four small kids. She went in, had the weight loss surgery because she just wanted to be active for her kids. And she was so addicted to food. I'm not lying when I say she rented a car, drove to the Mackinac Bridge, and you can do the math. Because she would have rather left everything, including her children, over food, not being able to eat the way she wanted to eat. It is heartbreaking, but it's a real thing. And that's why I said she's in her best situation right now. You can't do drugs or alcohol in Kuwait. She is stuck inside with no car. This would be the best time in the world to say, Salah, get me some weights, get me a treadmill, and only allow me to have farm to the table food in this house. Right? And this would be the change. She would have to fight herself. She'd have to work through it all mentally. You know what I'm saying? That's all she would have to do. But that what she just showed you is she wants to throw in the towel, go back to Canada, and do whatever the hell she wants. She has proven it over the years that she will use this to garner sympathy when she can't overeat or use drugs to deal with it. Hell, she's even gone on live using drugs and alcohol and still dumping her shit on everybody. I know you don't like the truth. Let me see if she's went over and hit my channel yet. She does it every time I tell the truth. You know, some people don't like me because I'm telling the truth. Addicts never want to hear the truth. Oh, no, no. Don't you dare question them. No, no, no. Anyway, I'm done with that video. You see where she used it. Ah, hold on. Yeah. Yep. Let me fix that. Hey, YouTube. I confirm, YouTube. It'll be fixed in about 5 minutes. I don't know how they're not getting tired of that. Because, I mean, I'm not. I don't care. I don't live off the YouTube income. Thank God. I would be a puppet, I suppose. Well, she don't live in the villa. She had a treadmill, but she didn't use it. Yep. Yeah, the worst part about addiction is getting better means losing control. She gave her control up, I said, when she took the oath to Allah. And she's being tested. And woo. I'll tell you, man, if you do hand it all over, Chantal, even though you don't like hearing any of this, even if you did hand it all over to Allah like you promised you would when you took the oath and you're supposed to do the 5 pillars and pray 5 times a day and put all your faith in him, like you should, I'll bet you could beat this and come out the other side. Because whatever you've been doing for the last 34 years or 24 years is not working. It's not working. You know that. She's going to put Julia back out on the street? Probably. That's not going to go over well, is it? Especially if she goes home and starts doing the gummies and drive-thrus. Then they're going to say you left a man and another pet and maybe a hamster for your addiction. But it's just, we don't know what's going to happen. I'm just saying, if she's not being kicked out, and that was her last renewal, which was why they were stuck in Thailand for 6 weeks or whatever went down. If they said this is your last tourist visa for a while, maybe a year, I don't know. She could go home, work on herself, but at least be honest. Instead of, I hate Kuwait. It's just too much. There's just too much going on. And if that person beeps their horn one more time, right? Okay, so what you're going through is withdrawal from your favorite foods. Makes sense. Which all diabetics have to do. They do. You're not the only one. Maybe you should get into a diabetic support group online, right? A good food addiction therapist online. You don't have to leave your husband if you're not being kicked out or Salah says it's over, which is sad. You just did this anniversary video, our love, right? So, yeah, it smells like a skunk for sure. And it would be great if you just told the truth. Maybe she will when she gets home. But going home is going to do her channel good, but not her health. So, pick one. You think it was clearly for views? Probably. We're being trolled. I have 2 cats, 2 mice, and a man, and I would be punching air to get through something if that meant I kept them. Exactly. That's why most people are. Like I said, I wouldn't run home to my mom as a married woman. My husband is my rock. We get each other through everything. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm not even, can you imagine just trying to convince us you're married to the most handsomest man in the world and your home's Kuwait and now, bye. You've had diabetes since you got there. What? Why now? The truth shall set you free. Spiritually, too. I've been calling it, though. I said, I'll bet you this is the last visa. Took way too long to renew that visa. And she had to have a health exam in Thailand. What will it cost me? What will it cost me to get back to Kuwait? With all negative test results. Who knows? We know he's not her husband. She's been trying to convince us. We're talking about her stories, not what we believe to be true. What she's trying to make us believe is true. Like this whole thing. If I was sick, I would not want to be out of the country. That's my point, too. You weigh 10 pounds less than you did in 2018. That was only 5 years ago. You weigh 10 pounds less now. And you weren't bedbound back then living with BB. You were making videos and doing this. You were working. You had a job. What? And now you're damn near hospital bound, but you're going to get on a 20-hour travel day? Stop it. Girl, I was born in the morning, but not this morning. But whatever gets her out of Kuwait, I'll be happy for her. But it is sad because she spent a year trying to convince us she was happily married for the first time in her life. And now, bye. Bye. Oh, I can't eat the food I want. Bye. She was kicking it up. She was kicking it up in Thailand. She was getting in bows. She was at the wax museum. Pretending like she was Madonna. He had the red coat on, doing the Michael Jackson. Having a blast. Gummied up, but... And now? What happened? The whole boat thing? Fucking yeah. I still laugh when I think about what they look like at the end of that video. I swear to God, I laughed for 2 days. Something definitely happened in Thailand. I think it has to do with the visa. I think they told her this is it. This is your last visa. And there's no way she could become a resident or have a civil ID with diabetes. You can't. It's right in their thing. Expats. There are diseases that will not allow you to be a resident. And diabetes is right on the list. Do you make any good comfort foods like chicken? No. Chicken fried steak. Are you kidding? No. We don't eat grease like that. But listen, my granny cooked everything in lard. Okay, the woman, you know what I mean? The woman lived till she was 90. I don't know how. She smoked Lucky Strikes with no filter. Right? But the woman never stopped moving. Right? She killing chickens for dinner and shit. She lived alone in the freaking mountains. There's something to be said about that mountain air. I mean, come on. She was one tough broad. And my other grandma cooked shit in lard. They all did. But I don't, no. I'm more interested in, I don't like the feeling of that kind of food anymore. I used to love to, when I was heavier, I used to crave the comfort foods too. But now I've retrained my brain that I feel so amazing with healthy food and vitamins. Like once you get on that track and you get that sugar out of your body and that fat off you, I'm telling you, it's a whole new world. I mean, seriously, I could just skip all the way to Canada. Like, for real, I mean, it is amazing. And I got all that weight off here. I started getting it off before I went to Florida, and it was hot as Hades there. So I really didn't have much appetite. I kind of lived on watermelon and salads, you know what I'm saying? But then when I got here, I got real serious. Like, if we're going to go back to Florida, I'm getting this weight off. I want to be thin. I want to be in the heat and not even care. Well, we didn't go back to Florida because things happened, Now there's a little guy here that loves me, and he's only 2, and I'm not going to leave him for weather. And if they want to go, if they're saying they want to move out of Michigan someday, and I'm like, well, then that's when we all leave, because I'm not leaving his life. I don't care. Don't care. If I get arthritis, I don't care. I just don't care. I'm not leaving him. He needs me. Yep, I'm sticking around. So, I'm just saying, I don't know why Chantel would leave her husband and her cat for diabetes. Control it. Get healthy. You're in the perfect place to do it, unless you're being kicked out. That's the only thing that would make sense. All of this was a lie, and you were always a visitor, and you weren't married, because who would leave their husband? That looks worse. So she's either mad and she's having a tantrum, or she's leaving. You guys eat healthy. I'm going to go eat some. I did have 2 tacos from Taco Bell the other day because I was out running around. But I didn't go eat burgers and fries and all that shit. I had 2 tacos. It's really your best option because there's hardly anything in them. I didn't eat a big old chalupa or a big burrito. I just had 2 soft shell tacos just to keep me moving, like fuel. But yeah, I use the Vita Fusions. I love them. I'll show them to you. But Chantal has really kept me in check. One thing I'm going to thank her for, besides striking my channel every time I talk about her and put some truth berries out, don't care, Chantal. YouTube's on to you within 5 minutes, or your people that hate me. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, I'm just saying. It's just a waste of your time. All it proves is that they keep reviewing and saying my content is fine. So all that does is reassure me that being a reaction channel is fine with YouTube. Thank you. And all the disgusting food you eat and how sick you look reminds me to stay healthy. Because I am older than you. If I was your mom, I promise you, you could kick and fight and scream and yell, and all that would matter to me is that my daughter stays alive. I don't give a fuck about tantrums. I have a job to do as a mom, and I would do it. Trust that. Anyway, I'll show you. The Vita Fusions. I got another bottle. These are the gummies. They're a complete. God dang it. I knocked Bubba over, but thank God he was closed. Anyway, these are the Vita Fusions. Clinically proven for absorption. They're the gummies. It's a dietary supplement, and it has everything you need. And if you take 2 of these, chew them up, which they taste so good anyway. So I got a whole nother bottle. You can solve all the world's problems in a day. And I don't know why, but it really helps with, if anybody had the long-term COVID where you have the brain fog, that came into play after COVID, having COVID at least twice, maybe 3 times. But I'm just saying, the taste, and that's still weird when it comes to like anything vinegary like ketchup or anything bitter like chocolate. It's different now. Even coffee a little bit. But coffee was, I was so mad. But ketchup, for sure. Still weird. Still weird. But the long COVID, you get that the brain fog thing. And I found, man, when I take these, that it's like clarity. It's crazy. Oh, that's funny, Cammy. So anyway, I love my vitamins. And I take the 30 billion probiotic every day to keep my gut health beautiful. And I don't eat that crap food anymore. I don't eat the comfort food. I don't get the bloated stomach. I don't get that feeling of like full weight. Like I don't even like to be full anymore. I don't like the feeling of being full. It's very uncomfortable. I don't like it. I like to just have a normal portion meal and go on with my day. Greek yogurt doesn't have enough probiotics in it. None of the yogurts do. You'd have to eat, what did that doctor say? You'd have to eat 100 yogurts to even reach 10 billion probiotics. And they only have specific probiotics where 30 billion covers them all. What are they? My vitamins? They're Vita Fusions. I love them. I just got another jar. You get 150 in here, and I take 2 a day. So yeah, the one thing about watching Chantal, which was an eye-opener for me, and Life by Jen, and even Katie, is how you can lose your power. And it may be cute when you're a teenager or in your 20s, Because I used to live on Burger King and Mountain Dew in my 20s. I mean, I still didn't feel like you're young, right? So your body's like, whatever, because you're on the run all the time. But when you get older, you get changes, metabolic changes. And that food ends up becoming your enemy. So all the things I used to love to eat, like spaghetti and casseroles and no thank you. No thank you. I eat small portions of everything, no matter what it is. And thank you, Chantal, because you are the reason, honestly. So if anything, you have shown me what can happen. And I'm way older than you, so this scares me. You like these vitamins too? Yes, they're the best. They're the best. They really are. Oh, my speaker shut down. But anyway, so there's no hate. You know what people hate, Chantal? People that are addicted to food. Well, and people that love cats and people that love children. So yeah, the hate's real. She's covered all her bases for hate. But the ones that truly are disgusted by her are the ones that have a food issue. And it triggers them. And that's a no-no on YouTube. There's no reason you have to eat on camera. None. I took 2 vitamins. That's as good as it gets for eating. I'm just saying, you can eat before you go live. You can eat before you make a video. There's no reason for it. You're doing it on purpose. You're shoving your shit in our face, and then you want sympathy when you haters, right? Then you want our sympathy. Doesn't work that way. You have to earn it. Yeah, usually my food is my vitamin too. But I also, you're going to pee out what you don't use. So it doesn't hurt to take a multivitamin every day. Food's great for vitamins, but just to make sure, yeah, I'll keep taking my vitamins. People that got their family members killed by an impaired driver. Oh, I don't know who you guys are talking about. Hi, Mama Bear. Yeah. Well, she's going to do whatever she wants, Howard. Remember, she's the smartest person on YouTube and the prettiest. And she's got this. And she's got enough enablers that it'll just say, hey, you're our beautiful queen. Keep eating. Whatever. But those of us, that have learned from her, we're going to speak our truth. And if she don't want to hear it, then she can just not watch us. Just don't watch, Foodie, if you don't want the truth. So don't start doing cartwheels yet. She may be trolling because she's mad at Salah, but if she goes home, I will be like, okay, this is it. This is your true test of faith. She couldn't pass the last time she went to Canada. She was gummied up. She drove straight to the outhouse singing the weekend the whole way there. La 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 la. Went to the outhouse, got what she needed, right? Went home in her hijab and was high as a kite. I just got jet lag. It's because we're stupid. So anyway, she did fess up. She couldn't, as soon as she got off that plane, stop. She gives in to every impulse. Yeah, well, it is what it is. She's going to be on tomorrow saying no Canada. Probably. Unless she's being kicked out. Unless this is the last visa they're going to allow. And that would make sense. Because I even said they're sitting in Thailand an awful long time waiting for vacation. They're waiting on that visa. And they listen, there was a problem. I think there was a problem. She ran out of medication. They were running out of money. They didn't plan that. They didn't plan those 6 weeks. And then she was smug tall when she's sitting in front of the couch like all our speculations were wrong. No, you're lucky they approved you, but it's probably your last visa. Here we are, 4 weeks before this visa expires, January 10th, and she's off to Canada. Wow. I called that while she was in Thailand, people. Pay attention. Go back and watch all my live streams. You'll see I've been predicting this. Now, if she goes back to Canada, is she going to try to pretend like she's not high as soon as she fires up that live stream? She won't right away unless Pete's is working on getting them an apartment. Right? Because you know Pete's don't want to live above the me, mom, papa's house up in that attic with the weird jacuzzi tub. You know what I'm saying? So he'd be happy to live with her again. He will be happy to live with her again. So I don't care what he says. If he ain't in the background, he's been squirreling his money around away for a year. And you know she kept him on a hook. Now listen, Pete. Listen. If this don't work out, I'm going to need you. After she booted him. It's great. Canada. Everybody, hashtag please Canada. Hashtag please Canada. Hashtag please Canada. Even Penelope's like, Canada. You think her mom will help them get a place? I don't think so. You're on your own, 40-year-old virgin. You're on your own. Canada bound. Probably today. She did a voiceover on that video. So you know that video was probably recorded days ago. Or even last week. That video was recorded. It was probably last week. Right? She just did the voiceover. Could be while she's sitting in between airplanes. You know what I'm saying? She did a voiceover. She'd be in the stall in the bathroom. Hi, guys. I'm just letting you know. Because she said at the end of that, you won't know until I turn on the camera in Canada. That tells me she's on the move. She might move into Missy Moo Zoo. Or what's that other one's name? Golden Girl. There you go. She may have been... There goes that friendship. That couch is in the spare room. It's been in there. She put a cover over it. It's been in the spare room, and that is the spare room. She was sitting in Salah's gaming chair. Trust me, she didn't take that with her to Canada. You definitely don't want her in Canada? All right. Let her know. Be at the airport. He's making a Goodbye Chantel love song on his keyboard, right? You're going to see... Then remember the video of him, Salah, and all his friends dancing to music? Remember? Yeah, they're going to be like linked in arms, doing like the whole Elmer Fudd thing, right? Grab your partner, hold him tight, whomp your partner with all your might, hit him high, hit him low, right? Right? They're going to be doing all that, making a video. She's gone. She's gone. Oh, God. And they're like, sayonara, señorita. Oh my God, I went to the post office and I got a t-shirt. I got a t-shirt from somebody and it says Nana on it and it's pink. I would go get it, but my husband, he just left. Thank you so much. It was in my post office box. People are emailing me. They're like, I sent you a little something for Christmas. Thank you, I love you. I love surprises. I love surprises. Anyway, Cammy girl, I'm excited, can't wait. I love you people. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. That you thought about me at Christmas. They'll be waving the white napkins in the air, right? That dance. You know the one. I love the one where they do to, what's the name of that? Anyway, they do this really cool dance. I love it. I know, thank you, Cammy girl. Love you. Your love is real. Does everybody like your sweatshirt that I made you? I made her in memory sweatshirt of her daughter. I just wish I could have put the picture on it, but it kept coming out too grainy, and I didn't want it to look cheesy. So I did angel wings. And I cried when I was making it, because I know your pain. Anyway, we're not going to start crying. Listen, put a 1 in the chat if you think that Chantal is being kicked out of Kuwait. Put a 2 in the chat if you just think this is all BS because she's mad at Salah. We got a lot of 1s thinking she's being kicked out of Kuwait. There's some 2s, though. And we definitely know she's mad at Salah because she can't eat what she wants and she can't get in the car and go get her gummies and get her drive-thru and drink her gravy. I really think she has the most powerful food addiction. So does Candy, and so did Life by Jen. It's really sad when you're thinking, I don't care. I'd rather eat than not eat. Like, that's a thing. They don't care. She even said, we're all going to die. Whatever. Because people were, telling her back, 4 years ago. Start taking care of yourself. She's definitely not getting her way. Remember what happened when she didn't get away with her mom? Remember how she manipulated the grandma? The mom and the grandma weren't even on the same page. She got a quarter from somebody when she was in that bad girl's house. When a parent can't deal with your bullshit anymore. She went and called her grandma. Used her mom against her to make her grandma feel sorry for her, so her grandma let her stay with her. Then she ended up manipulating Shannon and sleeping on Shannon's couch. And then in the end, she just threw her away like she's going to throw away Salah and Julia. And the may or may not be a live hamster. It's just a constant manipulation game. Everything is instant gratification. This has no long-term goals, no long-term anything. This is right here, right now, what I want. If I don't get it, this is what's going to happen. Sopranos shit. We'll start calling you Tony. Foodie, we're going to start calling you Tony. I also think Salah is denying her fast food. He does not want to become a caregiver. You think? She's having a tantrum. Correct. Cat be damned. Husband be damned. You don't do what I want. We're getting a divorce. I'm leaving. Wow. This has been going on since Thailand. They've been splitting up since Thailand. I've already seen it. He ain't playing one-handed Casio keyboard anymore. He ain't doing any of that anymore. I believe at one point he's just unlocking the door, opening it, and sliding the fast food across the floor and shutting the door. I think we got to that point. Then he just quit coming by. Yeah, she needs to get out of there. It's time to go, sister. Go, bye. All right, guys, I got to go. I got people emailing me. And no, they're not in dire need. They're just like, hey, check this out. Hey, call me. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. All right, guys, I love y'all. Have a fabulous day. And please start eating healthy and taking vitamins. And please, please, please love yourself. You're all you've got. And don't manipulate other people. Right? Love yourself. All right, guys, bye.